What's going on, everybody? Scoop P back again with another Tessie video. Today, I just want to go over the Tessie web application. I don't know if you guys use the app. I've been using the apps since inception, or since I got my Tesla back in June 2022. But I've been using the mobile app, and today I was just thinking, like, do they have a web app? Because it'll be easier to export a lot of files, because now I'm about to do a couple more videos for charging stats, for my drive stats, how much I paid for all of that as well. It had an export button on the app, and I was like, this would be easier on the computer, because then I can just edit it all down in Google Sheets, and then I formulate it how I want to. But today, I just want to go over a quick overview of the web app, and it's very, very similar to the mobile app, but it's just bare bones. I would say it's the same information, but it's bare bones. As you can see now, this screen is just a white screen. It's not blue, not pretty, not a lot of what it's called animations, but it gets the job done. If you know how to use the mobile app, you'll know how to use this. But basically, it has just a live view of my car. I have a 2022 Model 3 long range. I named it T. Simple. Right. Gives a current battery percentage. I'm at 28. I don't really drive far. Like, I did a lot of driving this past weekend. Tells you the climate in my area. Has been sleeping for 5 hours and 56 minutes. 28% battery. My tires are good. It gives you the exact location. Don't want to dox myself here, but it gives you just a nice map. And it looks like an Apple map version of everything. If I click on climate, as you can see, different modes of climate. It tells you what the interior is. It's 69 degrees on the interior. It's 68 inside of my garage. And in the area that I live in, 64 degrees. Different controls as well. When you click on that, I can do cabin protection. I can do defrost, camp mode, dog mode, heat up my steering wheel, my seats, all of that. So it takes you directly to the climate mode, right? So that makes sense. Let's go back to dashboard. When you go to battery, it takes you right to the battery. So it tells you charging state is disconnected, 28%. Usable battery is 28%. Charge limit, that's what I have it to 70. How much phantom drain? How many miles this correlates to, right? 96 miles at 28%. But what is my real world range? 80 miles. And I guess it's based on historical energy efficiency. So yeah, so based on how I drive, I can really get 80 miles. And hopefully I've been doing a lot of driving lately, right? So I want to go back to my dashboard, look at some of the different things. If we go to activity, it gives you what I've been doing in the last 24 hours. Haven't really been doing anything. The car's been sitting there since like I said, I work from home, and I'm home. Today is Tuesday, and I didn't drive anywhere yesterday. So it's been sitting there. It tells you how many miles I have on it, my speed, interior, outside, power, current, voltage. That's very great. It tells you all of that. So if you really want to nerd out, you can see it. You can also export it to a CSV. Look at my drives, even in the last 7 days. Like, if you look at this, just in the places I went to in the last 7 days, this is very great information, guys. As you can see, I did a mountain run, and I think my video should be already out. So you may see this at the end of the video. I did a mountain run, and I just wanted to show you the efficiency from the mountain run. Over the past couple of days, it tells you my charge percentage, where I went. As you can see, like, I think some of these are this Jasper area. When I went from the Woodstock supercharger to the Jasper, I used 20% battery. And like I said, I can tag it and say this is part of my mountain run, and then I can come back to it later and just look at those tags and say, oh, this is mountain run 1, this is mountain run 2, this is mountain run on this day. This is the great information on how you can play around with the data. And that's probably what I'm going to do a little bit later today, but I just want to show you. It tells you how many miles you went, the distance, duration, your energy. Like, even with, like, going from this 20-minute drive, I don't even know where I went yesterday, but it was a 104 efficiency, right? I guess I was doing some downhill, but 10 miles, 91% efficiency, 103 from Alpharetta back home. That is great. Like, an hour and 7 minutes. And how I got back home. Well, that's not even my home, but it's somewhere else I went. But it just tells you, like, the efficiency of the driving. Like, if you look at the mountain run, let's see, Woodstock to Jasper, you see 58%, because we were really pushing it, guys. And if you really click into this, it should tell you the exact, like, where you went. You see the map, like a nice overview of the Apple map. That this is very nice. Like, even on the web app, right? It's the same on the mobile app. It tells you how much electricity you use compared to the fuel savings. I can tag this drive. I have 88% down to 68% from the Woodstock, and that's the Woodstock supercharger. So I should save that as the Woodstock supercharger, but I'll save that. So as you can see, with my average 52, I got up to 91 because we was really pushing it, guys. As you can see here, going up and down the mountains. As you can see, we went up the mountain and we gained 1,500 feet of elevation. Going to the mountain, and that was really fun. Really fun drive to get to our area we wanted to get to. I used 20% battery. As you can see, it wasn't really good efficiency. Use total energy, outside temperature. All of this is in the app, right? So if we go back, we can get back to that, and you can see actually when we went down the mountain too. I think it was we went down the mountain. So this is when we went down the mountain. As you can see, the map here, we started here and went down. We did a little detour here, then it came back down the mountain of Georgia. How much fuel, what the max speed was. As you can see, we were riding here, had to slow down, and we lost 900, almost 1,000 feet of elevation. But yeah, it was really fun. But this is some great data that you can also look into. You can always export all of these. Like, let's go back here. We should be able to export. Like I said, export it all, tag it all. We can filter it by multiple days. Like even just going to this year, we can filter it to all of my drives this year. You go into multiple pages at 390 drives, what it looks like. But yeah, but that is great information. And this is great to have this on the app. We can look at the charges. And also, the great thing about this, it labels supercharger. And even when you export to CSV, and I'll show you that, it puts flags and tags on there so you can know when you're charging at a supercharger. And then you will put your rate of basically what you pay at home, right? I think right now I'm at 8 cents standard all day. We do have a time of usage plan that can get it down to 4 cents, but I'm just gonna keep it at 8 because with me, my wife, she does run the dryer a lot, and I don't want to go up to 15 cents and her run the dryer during that time. We can do everything with 4 cents. So maybe I may try it next year because in the summertime it does adjust to a little higher rate. But yeah, but we look at like this is the different chargers. When I got home from that session, I was down to 36. I went to 70, was where I stopped it at. Added 26.46 kilowatt hours. It was 2 hours, 20 minutes of charging. And only $2 because it's 8 cents at my house, right? And even at the supercharger, it was 12 kilowatts. So look, compare how much kilowatt hours I added to the battery for $2 compared to the supercharger, right? And that was just the superchargers up. Look at all different charges. And you can export it, and then once we export it, we can see exactly how much I paid in charges in the last, in the last 30 days. I can just add all this up, take out the superchargers, and it'll tell you what I have at home. And even the Tesla app does that too. But I don't know how accurate, like you put it in there, but it should be about the same, right? But this is very great. You can look at a map of all the different areas you charged at. As you can see, normally I always charge at home because it's green. And this is how far I was over here in the Woodstock area, and I charged. And then I had to come all the way back home, right? Look at the analytics. Range added, 1,829 miles. And this is the last 30 days, right? 402 kilowatt hours. I used 412 kilowatt hours. Electric costs. This tells me that to go 1,829 miles, guys, in the last 30 days, it cost me $34.68. You cannot beat that. Like, this is great. This is telling you in comparable gas, and in my area, it would have been $381.60. I remember those days. I had a 4-cylinder car, and it wasn't the most fuel efficient. It was still a 2011 Dodge Avenger, and I was putting gas in there every week, right? I was 98%. Probably been efficiency, probably been higher if I didn't, or the charges, right? So that is really good. I spent 11 hours of charging, 24 charges in that 1 month period. But that is great, guys. So in this month, that's what I'm actually traveling and charging. Goes to idles. If you look at the different idle time my car is spent idling and how much energy it used to idle, it's an idle in progress right now. I can export all these settings. But this is great information, guys. The health of my battery. This is really key information. Right now, it's showing I'm at 98.1%, and this is at 15,000 miles. I'm still in the green. This is great news. I only lost 1.9% degradation in my car, in my battery. So I think it's pretty good. I'm not mad at that. Usable capacity 76.3 kilowatt hours. My max range is now down from 358, what it was listed at, to 347. And even looking at my usable capacity compared to the fleet average of everybody who uses Tessie, right? So yeah, so even at 100,000 miles, I'll be in good range. So I'm pretty fine. I don't really look at range, I look at percentage, and I don't drive as much. 57 charge cycles, and it says Tesla batteries are expected to last at least 1,500, and I'm only at 57, so I think I'm in pretty good range. This is a great data. I will probably export this and start comparing it over 20,000 miles, 40,000 miles, 60,000 miles, 80,000 miles, then get to 100,000 miles, and to see where we're at with that range. And basically, really, this can tell you right here. I really don't need to do that. This can tell you, and I may just export it and create a spreadsheet for that. We have different automations. I don't have any automations, but you can have certain automations of when you come home, this does this. When you do this, this comes this. If you guys would like this, I can create an automation. I can play with this. If you would like this, so I can do like set a charge limit when I come home. I can do set cabin heat protection when I get to a certain area. Start off seat heaters on a certain area. Heat steering wheel heater. Stop charging. Unlock, vent sunroof. I don't have a sunroof, but that's for the like early Model S's. Vent windows is a good one if I get to a certain location. Open front, lock, hunt, fart, valet mode. If I go to a certain restaurant, don't have a Model Y, so I can't do bio defense mode. Let's see. Close windows, close charge port. Yeah. If you would like to see a dedicated video, please let me know in the comments and I'll make that. I can set different alerts. I have this on the Tesla app, but I may do it here as well. So like when I do charge, it'll tell me exactly where I'm charging at, what my percentage is when it finishes. I can do exclude doors and windows, climate safety warnings. I have this on the Tesla app, so I don't need that right now. When my drive starts, when my drive ends, when my GPS malfunctions. When I go over 100 miles, that's good if I'm letting somebody borrow the car. When I leave a location, get to a location, okay. Charging when I have no power. Like these are pretty good stats, guys. Maintenance when I have low. I do have this one on because of the low tire pressure. Tire rotation, I'm not really concerned on this one because it's a all-wheel drive, but I may change that. I may do a tire rotation. I'm not sure. Brake fluid check every 2 years, so I'm not due for that. Brake calipers in cold regions, like not in the cold region. Cabin air filter. I am smelling a little bit of something in the car, so I'm gonna monitor that. It's about to get really hot, so I'm gonna monitor it and see what exactly happens with that, and then see if I need to do a cabin air filter. It hasn't even been a year. I don't know what this one is, but I'll just have that checked too. But this is great, guys. This is really, really great. What else do we have? We have saved locations. I have like my house. I have home. I have some parks, some daycares. I went to this place. So I was starting to, like I said, go to areas that I go to a lot. I would tag it so it'll know. Like we went to Great Wolf Lodge with my family. We're going. I should start doing these Florida trips so I know when I go back to Florida, it'll tag them. So I may just spend a little bit of time and start tagging these locations and start creating spreadsheets and documentation. So if you'd like to see that video as well, please let me know and I'll do that. So these are all different save ones I have. Cost projections are really good. So this tells me how much I'm spending, how much I'm saving yearly, monthly. $8 total spent, $39. It's learning like my efficiency at the house, my charging schedule, my electric plan, how much I'm using Sentry mode. As you say, it uses 6 kilowatt hours per day, but it doesn't do it at home. So I'm really not part in many places for a long time, but it just tell you how much it used over the last 30 days. So I could have saved $8 there. It's telling me my tire pressure is in a really good optimal mode because I keep it around 43, 44. My wheel size, I have the 18 inch wheels on there. So that part is very, very great, guys. If you have any referrals, you want to do voice controls from your watch, help settings. It's all similar things that's in the app. Let's go back to voice here. And these are some of your quick controls. So I can lock the car, set climate. And it's basically these down here, right? So I can look at, like I said, controls. If I want to, I can edit them. If I want to do these things, vent windows, open port, I can do them from here. If I want to go ahead and update the climate, like I said, it clicked on that from those big tabs and those big radio buttons there as well. If I want to look at battery, like it tells you everything with my battery. We looked at that. Looks at my tires. It tells you what my front, left, right, rear. See, I keep them all around the same. Should be around the same. I can schedule different things. I did that one time when I was going to Florida. Went to leave early in the morning to go to Florida. So I can do departure and I can do charging. So you can see here. Tells you my software, what current version I'm on right now. I'm on 2023.6.11. No updates right now. Tells you what firmware I'm on. You don't need to look at all that. But this is like really, 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 really nerdy, right? So looking at all the nerdy details of that. So yeah, guys, just want to make a quick video of the web application for Tessie. I really love this app. I made this buy the lifetime thing for $200. I use it all the time. It's going to save money if I just do that because I plan on keeping this car over 10 years. So $200 and then divided by 10 years, like it doesn't really bother me that much. So it's $199. So I do divided by 10, that equals $19 a year. So that's way cheaper than this $4.99 a month I'm paying. So I may as well go ahead and do that. But yeah, let me know if you'd like to see any more videos. And like I said, coming shortly, and make sure you check out my playlist, the Tesla playlist. And I should clear the Tessie one really, so you can see all the nerdy details. I'm going to export all of my drives. I'm going to export all of my charges, so you can see lifetime, what I did in a month, and when I do, and when I go to Florida too, so you can see. So I'll probably start doing it from here instead of the mobile app because it's easier to make these videos, and you can start seeing it there. But yeah, everybody, you have a good day. Peace. Thank you. Please like and subscribe. Let's get this channel up, and I appreciate each one of my followers. Thank you.